So the defendant murdered Eric Richins for pecuniary gain, count 26. She told, I'm going to skip these actually. I'm going to go to the text messages. At 3:21 on March 4th, the defendant called Summit County Dispatch and reported that her husband, Eric Richins, was not breathing. He's cold. He doesn't have a pulse. 10 minutes later, Summit County Emergency Medical Services (EMS) personnel and sheriff's department arrived at Eric Richins' home. They found Eric Richins on the floor. I love that they put at Eric Richins' home and not at the Richins' home, because tell the truth and shame the devil, it is his home. They found Eric Richins on the floor at the foot of his bed and performed life-saving measures, but ultimately declared him deceased at 4:58 a.m. EMS personnel thought he'd been dead a while and noted that he was asystole the whole time. While EMS personnel were attending to Eric Richins, the defendant told law enforcement that she and Eric Richins had a drink together at 9. So this is the one where it was like Moscow mules and it ended up being lemon drops. Anyway, so went to the kitchen and both started grabbing ingredients for a Moscow mule and a lemon drop. We finished talking, made our way back to our bedroom, and brushed our teeth. A pathologist at the OME performed an autopsy on Eric Richins and concluded his immediate cause of death was drug intoxication, fentanyl. The OME determined the level of fentanyl in Eric Richins' blood was 15 ng/ml, which is approximately 5 times a lethal dose, and that his gastric fluid contained an additional, oh my God, 20,000 ng/ml of fentanyl. So he had already started metabolizing that, right? It went into his, the gastric fluid is in the stomach, so it had already been processed through the stomach. So not yet in the blood because the body was still processing it.